I was a mix of nerves, excitement, and cautious hope, emotions tangled together like threads in my chest. My name is Sophie Martin, and today marked my very first day at Rich Tech Solutions, a software development firm nestled in the heart of central London. After countless interviews and sleepless nights filled with waiting, doubt, and quiet dreams, this role felt like everything I'd been working toward. Stepping into the towering glass building, I smoothed my cream blouse, adjusted my pencil skirt, and clutched my brown leather handbag with both hands, as if it could somehow protect me from the unknown. The lobby was alive with motion. Professionals passed briskly in tailored suits, the scent of freshly brewed coffee curling from a nearby cafe corner, offering a strange sense of comfort. A well-dressed receptionist greeted me with a courteous smile, handed me a visitor's pass, and directed me to the lift going up to the 17th floor. As the elevator doors opened, I stepped into a space that looked more like a luxury magazine spread than an office. Gleaming glass walls, minimalist desks, soft touches of greenery, and carefully curated design details. Everything was modern, stylish, and intimidating. I was told to meet the managing director, Mr. Blake Harrison. Rumors whispered he was firm, sharp, and effortlessly good-looking. A man always in control. When I entered his office, I froze. He glanced up from his laptop, and our eyes locked. He was tall, clean-shaven, and dressed in a navy blue suit that fit him like it had been tailored stitch by stitch for his frame. His hair was slicked back neatly, his jawline defined, his eyes, striking icy blue, carried a quiet authority. "You must be Sophie," he said, voice smooth and steady. "Welcome to Rich Tech." "Thank you, sir," I replied, voice barely steady. "Drop the sir." "Just Blake is fine," he added, a faint smile tugging at his lips. I prefer to keep things personal. I returned the smile, unsure if this was a typical introduction or something more layered. He began walking me through a brief orientation. Or so I thought. As he spoke, he leaned in just slightly more than necessary. His gaze lingered a second too long. The air between us shifted. I tried to shake it off. Maybe I was imagining it. Maybe he was just self-assured. "Sophie," he said as I stood by the glass wall, looking out at the city skyline. His voice came from behind me. "You strike me as someone who follows direction well." I turned to face him, heart quickening. "I try my best." "I bet you do," he murmured, his tone dropping slightly. "If you ever need anything at all, don't hesitate." I nodded politely, cheeks warm, and made my exit fast. That night, I tossed in bed, replaying everything. Was he flirting? Or was that just his style? Was I overthinking? Or not? Over the following days, his attention became more noticeable. He'd summon me to his office for small tasks he could have easily sent via email. He'd often stand too close when explaining things. Then came the evening. He asked me to stay late to help him finalize a report. The office was quiet, dim, and nearly empty, just the two of us. I typed as he dictated, his eyes on me more than the screen. "You're clever," he said, voice lower than usual. "And stunning." I froze. "Blake, that's not appropriate," I said carefully. He moved around the desk, slowly, leaning beside me, his face now just inches from mine. "Don't pretend you don't feel it," he said. "I see how you look at me." "I don't." Before I could finish, he kissed me. Warm, deliberate, but gentle. My body stiffened, but my lips didn't pull away. My heart pounded in confusion, and something else. When he pulled back, I stood up, breathless. "That was unexpected," he whispered. "But you didn't hate it." I left the office days shaken, uncertain. I kept replaying the moment, unsure if I should report him, walk away from the job, or admit to myself that I didn't want to stop it. The next morning, I tried to pretend nothing happened. I walked in with a calm expression, but he was waiting. "Sophie," he called as I passed his door. "Got a minute?" I stepped inside. He shut the door quietly behind me. Before I could speak, he kissed me again, slow, intentional, passionate. His hands cradled my face like I was something fragile. This time, I didn't hold back. I wanted it. "I've tried to ignore this," he confessed against my lips. "But there's something about you. I can't shake it. And work. I whispered, still catching my breath. We'll figure it out, he said. Just tell me you feel it too. I stared into his eyes and finally nodded. Later that afternoon, we met in the parking basement. The tension unbearable. He pulled me into him, lifting me slightly as our lips met again. This time it was all fire, raw and electric. My hands clutched his coat as I struggled to catch my breath. I felt myself melting into him, slowly, completely. In the days that followed, our hidden moments became a quiet ritual. A subtle touch by the coffee machine, a glance held too long during a crowded meeting, a kiss, deep and lingering, behind the closed blinds of his office. Blake was no longer just my boss. He was becoming someone I was falling for. One weekend, he invited me to his penthouse. I hesitated, torn between reason and curiosity. But curiosity won. His place was breathtaking. Lofty ceilings, soft golden lighting, and the comforting scent of vanilla candles drifting through the air. We sat on the couch together, the city glowing outside his windows, and for the first time, he let his guard down. I've been alone for a long time, Sophie, he confessed quietly. And maybe this, whatever it is, maybe it's not perfect, but I don't want to let it go. Neither did I. That night, under the soft hum of city lights, in the warmth of his home, we made love slow, intense, full of emotion. He held me like he'd been waiting a lifetime for that moment. Afterward, resting against his chest, I listened to the steady rhythm of his heartbeat. I never thought my first day at work would bring me here. I whispered. He chuckled, brushing my hair back gently. Neither did I. From that point on, our relationship evolved. It was no longer just charged looks and hidden touches. It was affection, real and growing. But we kept it quiet. We had to. Rumors in an office could spread faster than fire. Then one afternoon, I got a call from HR. My heart dropped. Had someone found out? Did they see us? But it turned out to be just a routine check-in. Still, it was a wake-up call, a reminder of how delicate our situation was. Later that week, Blake surprised me. We met at his place again, and he handed me a small velvet box. My breath caught. It's not a proposal, he said with a soft smile. It's a promise. Inside was a slim, silver ring. Simple, elegant. A promise of what? I asked, tears welling in my eyes. That I'll never let you feel like you're a secret, he said gently. And that when the time is right, I'll make this official. I kissed him, a tear sliding down my cheek. What began as an uncertain, even questionable beginning, a flirtation that teetered on the edge, had become something I never saw coming. Love. Messy, honest, undeniable. Now, when I sit in his office, not as the new nervous employee, but as someone he holds close, I see just how wildly unpredictable life can be. Sometimes the most unexpected beginnings lead to the most beautiful endings.